ever notice how a movie scene can go from, heartwarming to like totally suspenseful just from like a shift in the music?
Oh, yeah.
That, my friend, is the magic of a music director.
It is.
We're diving deep into their world today
Great.
with insights from RoleCatcher's career development platform. They've got this awesome guide that goes way beyond, the typical conductor waving a baton image.
Yeah, it's true. We often picture orchestras when we think music director, but
Mm.
their work is so much broader than that. Think film scores,
Yeah.
video games, even that catchy jingle for your favorite cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Like a music director's influence is everywhere.
And get this, RoleCatcher breaks down what they actually do. It's way more hands-on than you might think. We're talking running rehearsals, overseeing recording sessions, and even working with composers on like a really granular level.
Yeah, like it's amazing how those seemingly small choices can have a huge impact on the final products.
Totally.
Tempo, instrumentation, even which notes get emphasized.
Mm.
All these decisions shape the emotional landscape of what we're listening to.
They're like sonic architects, building an experience with sound. And speaking of experiences, RoleCatcher paints this vivid picture of all the different environments where music directors work. One day they're in a state-of-the-art recording studio, the next they're at an outdoor music festival. Talk about variety.
Yeah, that variety can be a huge draw for someone who thrives on dynamic settings. But RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from the challenges either. Long hours, pressure to deliver, and fierce competition are all part of the deal.
Sounds like this path demands a unique blend of passion, talent, and resilience. But on the flip side, the creative fulfillment of bringing all those musical elements together must be incredible, not to mention the chance to collaborate with so many talented artists, musicians, composers, producers.
Yeah, it's that collaboration that makes the role so dynamic. It's not just about artistic vision either. It requires leadership, project management skills, and a deep understanding of the music industry as a whole. So while the challenges are real, so are the rewards, both creatively and professionally.
It's like they're conductors of energy, shaping not just the sound, but the whole vibe of the experience. But what does it take to become one of these sonic architects? Let's dig into the skills and knowledge that RoleCatcher highlights as crucial for success.
One of the biggest takeaways from RoleCatcher's knowledge and learning section is the importance of a wide-ranging musical vocabulary. It's not enough to specialize in just one genre anymore.
A music director might go from working on a jazz piece one day to a film score blending orchestral and electronic elements the next. You really need that broad foundation to thrive in this field.
Absolutely. And it's not just about understanding different genres in isolation.
Right.
It's about being able to blend them seamlessly to create something fresh and exciting. This is where a deep understanding of music theory, arrangement, and orchestration becomes essential.
It's like being a multilingual sonic chef, blending flavors from different musical cultures to create a totally unique dish. But beyond the artistic side, there's a whole technical aspect as well, right?
Absolutely. RoleCatcher really emphasizes how vital it is for music directors to be fluent in the language of music technology these days.
Okay.
Think digital audio workstations, mastering software, even understanding the basics of sound engineering. These tools have become like extensions of a music director's creative palette.
Okay, so walk us through that. What exactly are digital audio workstations? I feel like I've heard the term, but never really grasped what they do.
Yeah, so think of a digital audio workstation, or DAW, as like a virtual recording studio.
Okay.
It's where music directors record, edit, arrange, and mix music using software.
Huh.
It gives them incredible control over like every aspect of the sound. So instead of having to rely solely on live musicians in a physical studio, they can manipulate audio, experiment with different instruments and effects, all within the computer.
That's amazing. It's like having a whole orchestra and recording studio right at your fingertips. No wonder RoleCatcher stresses the importance of tech skills for music directors these days.
And here's the thing, technology in music is constantly evolving. RoleCatcher's industry trends section really drives this point home. They highlight things like artificial intelligence generating musical elements and how music directors are adapting. It's not just about composing anymore, it's about curating, integrating, and pushing the boundaries of what these new tools can do.
So continuous learning is key.
Yes.
It's not enough to just have the skills. You need to be constantly evolving alongside the technology.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher gets some really concrete advice on this, on attending industry conferences, following blogs and podcasts like this one, even connecting with other professionals online. It's all about staying ahead of the curve and embracing the ever-changing landscape.
It sounds like a challenging but incredibly exciting time to be a music director. So you've got the skills, the passion, and you're constantly learning. What's the career path look like?
Well, the career stages section in RoleCatcher's Guide provides a very realistic outlook. It often starts with assistant roles, maybe working under a more experienced music director. It's about paying your dues, soaking up knowledge, and building your network.
It's like any craft, really. You apprentice under a master to learn the ropes before you strike out on your own.
Precisely. But with dedication and those sharp skills we talked about, you can climb that ladder, taking on larger projects, leading more complex productions.
And who knows, maybe even leading a concert hall someday with everyone on the edge of their seats waiting for you to raise your baton.
That's the dream for many. But even beyond that traditional orchestral setting, there are so many paths for a skilled music director.
Right.
You could be scoring films, producing albums, creating soundscapes for video games. The possibilities are vast.
Okay, so let's say you've put in the work, mastered the skills, and you're ready to land that dream music director gig.
Okay.
What's the interview process like? Does RoleCatcher have any insider tips on that?
They absolutely do. And they go beyond the typical, like, tell us about your experience kind of questions.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher actually provides some real-world scenarios that you might encounter in an interview. Like, imagine being asked, can you describe a time when you had to deal with a difficult artist or musician?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. It's not just about your musical knowledge, it's about your people skills and how you handle pressure. What would you even say to that?
Well, it's all about demonstrating your problem-solving skills and your ability to stay calm under pressure.
Yeah.
They want to see that you can navigate the interpersonal challenges that are often part of a collaborative creative process.
Right.
Another example they give is, how do you stay current with the latest trends in music?
Yeah.
It's about showing that you're passionate, curious, and always looking to evolve as a music director.
It's like they're giving you a sneak peek behind the curtain, showing you what it really takes to impress in that interview room.
Yeah.
With RoleCatcher's insights, you're not just an applicant, you're a prepared professional ready to showcase your passion and expertise.
Exactly. And I think that's a great takeaway from this whole deep dive. We've seen how music directors blend artistic vision with practical skills, how they navigate a demanding but ultimately rewarding career path. But here's a final thought to leave you with. How has technology from digital audio workstations to AI-generated music changed the role of the music director, for better or for worse?
That's a great question. It's something for all of us music lovers and aspiring music directors alike to consider. The world of music is constantly evolving, and so is the role of those who shape its sound. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Yeah, thanks for having me.